What's going on, DOTF squad? Brandon coming back at you with another video. We're going to be talking about something because most of you guys don't know, or you guys don't even know. Only one that really does is Aaron. But back in 2010 of December, it was right after Thanksgiving, 2-3 weeks before Christmas, I want to say. Christmas, December of 2010. I was living kind of a rough neighborhood at the time. And I remember this day clear, like it was yesterday, you know. I was out playing football, or I was playing catch with the football with one of my old friends. Really, really close friends. We still talk to this day. I've known them going on 15 years. It's a long time. But so we were playing catch with the football because we just got out of school. We're like, hey, he came over, he's like, do you want to play catch? I was like, yeah, sure, let me get my shoes on, let me get some shorts on, or some pants on, and a jacket. So I did. We were playing 30, 40 minutes, maybe closer to an hour. And I was living in a rough neighborhood at the time. So he threw the football down the street on accident, 2-3 houses down, totally by accident. He didn't mean to. So I ran down there, went to get the ball, the old pigskin, and this pit bull jumped over my neighbor's fence. Now, remember, I went 3 or 4 houses down, so this neighbor's like 4 houses down. The dog jumped over the fence and snatched on to this leg, and she was attacking me for at least, I don't know, 15 minutes, but it felt like an hour. Remember, I was 10, so it's coming up on 10 years now, in 2 months, because it's October. And my friend Pedro sees the dog latch onto me into the yard and pull me into the street. So he runs into my house, barges through the door, he sees my mom, and he's like, Sarah, Brandon's getting attacked. And she and my little brother wouldn't go out at the time, so I was 10. He must have been, he was like 8, or, yeah, he was 8, So he walked outside, and he came back inside, and what he saw outside, he went back inside, and he looked at my mom, she was like, what's going on with your brother? And his face, from what she told me, was like, he just saw a ghost, you know, he was pale, and he's just sweating, and this was his face, you know, just kind of like. So my mom went outside and saw the dog attacking me. She went inside, went downstairs, and got my big brother Chris and his friend Brandon. Coincidence, right? But his is spelled Branden, so it's Braden, or something like that. And she tells him I'm being attacked. My brother Chris, they were playing the game, they dropped their controllers, ran up the 2 little steps. It's kind of like a basement. Boom, 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 ran outside, jumped off the porch, you know, because, like, okay, my old porch at the time, was like a 3-step porch, and it was, I don't know, about a laundry basket high, no more laundry baskets, so I fucking jumped off that thing, ran down the street, and I see my brother's friend, my brother Chris, I see his friend Brandon, run, hauling ass, jump, and kicked this dog in the face. Hard as shit. So whenever the dog rocked in on me, to my leg, her jaw actually locked on. And my brother Chris is punching this dog in the face and the gut, trying to get this dog off of me, while his buddy Brandon is trying to pry its jaws open. And my mom called my dad, you know, luckily, because my dad was working for a furniture company at the time. I'm not going to say which, because, you know, YouTube, I don't. But he was working for a YouTube company, a furniture store company. They sold TVs, washer, dryers, fridge, freezers, you know, stuff like that, dressers. But luckily he was out for delivery, you know, delivering beds, TV, and some washers. I think they were washing a dryer. I think, okay, not washers. And then my mom called my dad. She just called the store first, and then the lady there called my dad. He was just around the corner, you know, like a street or two away, so he was close. And he got out of the truck, and he had like a knife. And because, like I said, we lived in a rough neighborhood, so in the trucks they always had a knife, just in case anything happened. Not a gun or anything, a knife, just a small little pocket knife. And he grabbed that thing. He was gonna go run up to the dog and stab it, but before he did, my neighbor. I'm sorry if you guys don't want to hear this, but my neighbor came up, and he, man, I think he had like a 9mm at the time. No idea what it was. At the time I was 10, and as soon as that dog latched onto me, I blacked out immediately. Bam, blacked out. And so that guy came out, shot the dog. First, he shot the dog twice. Shot it twice. First bullet killed it. First bullet slowed it down. I'm sorry. Second bullet killed it. So the ambulance loaded me on to the gurney, put me into the. And we go to the hospital. I live in Oklahoma, so the hospital I was at was for children. It was OU Medical. OU is a little football team over here that, it's on a campus in Norman. It's another town. It's a small town, about the same size as the town I live in. And this is downtown, so it's like a 30-minute. It's like a 30-minute ride. But since I was in an ambulance, it took like 10 minutes. And as soon as I got there, I had to undergo surgery because I had a big old hole in this leg, and I'll show you guys the scars and everything in a minute. But it was bad. It was really bad. I ended up having to get 300 stitches. It was so bad that they had to stop counting at 300 stitches. My bad. I had at least 100 staples. And the dog kind of got my thumb too. You could kind of see the scar. And I went to surgery. They put me in. I had to get surgery. Like I said, must have been 3-4 hour surgery. It was successful, thank God. I was in the hospital for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Everybody came to visit me. Friends, teachers, my principal, everybody came to visit. And I was actually on the news, but I cannot find that news video anywhere. But I have been looking, but I haven't found it. But I'm gonna show you my leg. Fortunately, I don't have any pictures, but my dad took some on his old cell phone. Remember, this was 10 years ago, so he lost the pictures. I'm sorry if you guys are eating, but he said I had a hole in my leg. The gash was at least an Xbox controller big, I mean, that's a big ass fucking hole, So let me go ahead and show you my guy's leg. I mean, it's okay right here, but as soon as I turn it over, you kind of see a lot of it's bad too. There's no bone right there. There's no flesh, nothing. It's just a scar. I go all the way around. The dog actually locked onto my leg, like I said. And it's been a week in the hospital. And it's probably one of the most intense moments of my entire life. Fast forward 3 years, and I was in the May 20th, 2013 tornado in Moore. I was in a school called Plaza Towers. And it happened. And let's back up. Fast forward 2 months, I got pneumonia. Fast forward 3 years, I was in the tornado, Plaza Towers, May 20th, 2013. When I was in that school, the tornado actually came through and hit the school. But it wasn't like when the tornado went through, it wasn't loud. It just sounded like, when it came through, it was loud and it sounded like a train, but it hit the school. I couldn't hear anything for 5 seconds. And I felt this presence around me that wrapped around my arm, or my body. And my uncle and my grandma died a month before that. My uncle died in 2009, so I honestly think it could have been one of them, because my mom said she felt the same thing, because she was in a hospital that got hit at the same time too. Thankfully, nobody in my family got hurt, but that was bad for me, and it sucks. So those 3 years it sucked. But if you guys want to hear any more stories about my life, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment down in the section saying more stories, and I will try to find that video for you guys and post it on my YouTube. But other than that, I think it's going to be it for right now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. The falling out. Peace.